welcome to today's Fall of Anne Boleyn countdown video. Of course, it's the 1st of May, so I'm taking you back to May Day in the year 1536 and the annual May Day Joust, which King Henry VIII and his second wife, Queen Anne Boleyn, the heroine of our story, attended at Greenwich Palace. At this wonderful, spectacular May Day Joust, George Boleyn, Lord Rochford, the Queen's brother, led the challengers, and Sir Henry Norris, the King's good friend and groom of the stool, led the defenders. Now, Lancelot de Carl, who was secretary to the French ambassador in London and who wrote a poem on the life and death of Anne Boleyn, describes in his poem how everything seemed perfectly normal and happy at first at the May Day Joust. He writes, "The king was amicable with everyone and touched them with his own hands, cloaking their impending ruin. Seated high up, the queen watched the combatants and often sent her sweet regards to embolden the heart of each of them to become the champion." He goes on to write of how when Norris's horse refused to run, that the king stepped in and in his chivalrous manner offered his own horse to his friends so that Norris could carry on and compete. However, all of a sudden, the king got up and left the joust very, very abruptly, heading for Westminster and taking Sir Henry Norris with him, both of them on horseback. George Constantine, one of Henry Norris's servants, describes how on their ride back from the joust at Greenwich to Westminster, that the king questioned Norris. He interrogated him and promised him a pardon in case he would utter the truth. But, as Constantine says, Norris would confess no thing or nothing to the king. So the king offered him a pardon and Norris said, but, I have nothing to confess. I'm not confessing anything. Now, what was all this about? Had the king heard of Anne's conversation with Norris, the one in which she'd mentioned dead men's shoes? Did he want an explanation of that? Was he accusing Norris of having an inappropriate relationship with the Queen and trying to get him to confess? It's hard to know, but even though Norris would confess nothing, he wouldn't say anything, he denied everything, Norris was taken to the Tower of London the following morning. So what started out as a wonderful display of chivalry ended up with the king leaving abruptly, questioning, interrogating one of his best friends, and then his best friend ending up in the Tower of London. So, May Day 1536, and of course this is only 18 days before Anne Boleyn was executed. Now, you can subscribe to this channel by just clicking there. You can hit the bell to be notified of new videos, but I'll be here every day with a new Fall of Anne Boleyn event until, of course, we get to the 19th of May and the culmination of all of this. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.